Hi, my name is Mackenzie Dean, and in this video, we're going to talk specifically more about the rhythmic piece of the role of the drummer. We're going to start by talking about playing with a click, or it's correctly known as a metronome, but we just call it a click kind of conversationally. So there are so many drummers that are solid across the board, but they really struggle to play with the metronome. And then they have a hard time figuring out why is that? Like, why is that so challenging for me? I might know the song perfectly, but then I get the click in my ears and I am a train wreck. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna first let's talk a little bit about why this is an important thing. So I talked in the first video about the drummer being the rhythmic glue of the band. So the click is the drummer's responsibility. Everyone else needs to be on it, but it's not their responsibility, it's yours. And so it's important for you to have that rhythmic integrity, to be locked into that click perfectly so that everyone else can simply listen to you and they don't even have to worry about the click, honestly. How do you get better at playing with the click? The age-old question. So I would evaluate how you're practicing drums, period. Because most of us probably started out with headphones in our ears listening to a song we liked and learning it. And then we just kept doing that. So when we learn a new song, we put it in our headphones and we play along to it. And that's a great way of practicing. It's how you learn songs, and it's how you can tell if you're playing them correctly or not. However, what that teaches your brain is it teaches your brain to follow the instrumentation and the vocalist to find the tempo of the song. So then what happens is you get into a live band setting and your brain has been taught to follow the instrumentation and the vocalist to find the tempo. So you're asking your brain to follow the click and it doesn't know how to do that. It's never done that before. So what I do when I practice is I first play along to the song and learn the parts really well. And then what I do is I have a metronome app on my phone, and I tap in the tempo, plug my headphones in, and play the song to the metronome. So that way, whenever I sit down to play that song with the band, it's not the first time I've ever played it with the click. And what that's doing is it's training your brain to listen to the click for the tempo rather than the rest of the band. So that's a little kind of overview of playing with the click and how to get better at it. But additionally, I want to touch on time signatures. So every song that we're going to play here will fall in one of the categories of 4/4, 3/4, 7/4, or 6/8. And I don't have anything specifically to teach about those, except that get comfortable with them. Play songs that are in the different time signatures. Whatever is your weakest, try to learn more songs in that time signature. Learn good fills in that time signature. And just to clarify, a good way to think through how you change the feel into a different time signature, it's all about how the bass drum and the snare drum are interacting. That determines the time signature. So thinking through, even if you're sitting and you're not playing anything else except kick and snare, just thinking through what are some good grooves in these different time signatures. So these are some ways that we can kind of keep the rhythmic integrity of the band together, and we can fulfill our role of guiding the band through tempo and rhythm.